Okay, we're back. I have this. This is more of an intermediate fill. This goes out to a good friend of mine who was a student of mine. I met him as a student, and he was in his late 60s, kind of a rocking guy. He had a band back in the day, kind of toured around, and was really a sweet guy. And he passed away last year, probably like in September. And he was a student of mine for a few years. Used to come to my drum camps, and was just a sweet guy. His name was Joe Ceretti, and was a good drummer, really good rock drummer. And he just wanted to be a little better than just your kind of basic rock guy. So he tried hard. He had some issues medically, and it really kind of hindered him. But he did the best he could, and I found out that he passed away. So we used to work on a lot of stuff. He used to like Van Halen a lot, and he loved that song Mean Streets, which we worked on, but there's really not much to work on in that song. It's just sort of a fast groove for a one-handed 16th note on the hi-hat. So there's not much to show for that. But I showed him the fill for Out of Love Again at one point, and he really liked that. I always liked that song, Out of Love Again. And at around the 54-second mark, Alex Van Halen, who I think is a really underrated rock drummer, he doesn't usually get brought up in, on the lists often, for the top rock guys. He's got one of the most iconic drum openings, Hot for Teacher, obviously. And I just think he's underrated. He does some tasty things. And he does a lot of them in this song called Out of Love Again. So this is a simple fill. He probably doesn't play it the way I play it, but I'm teaching it the way I play it. It's the way I remember showing Joe things, and it's a little bit of a tribute to Joe. So he liked the different stickings. He didn't like to do things sort of in the traditional, just alternating all the time. So with a lot of my 30-second notes, I double my right hand, and so I do the same thing with this fill. It's pretty simple. It's just 30-second notes on beat 1, 30-second notes on the and of 2, and 30-second notes on 4. Okay, so it's 1 here on the snare. It's just 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. And that's basically the fill. The tempo is moving along pretty good. I don't have it written down. I don't think so anyway, but the tempo's moving pretty good. It's a fast fill. It's kind of flashy, but it's not a hard one because it's just 16th notes, right? Except for those 3 groupings of 30 seconds. So take a listen to it. He does it on the toms. He does it in the midst of the chorus, which is kind of cool, and he plays it several times. And he also, by the way, at least the way I play it, I put the bass drum in on the E of 2 and the of 3, okay? I always like mixing the bass drum into the fills to give it that big sound. Again, I don't know what he does. It's a little muffled in the back, but it definitely gives you the vibe of the fill, okay? So I think he might have some hits or something, but that's basically it. There's a little bit of a weird time thing maybe, or some awkward accents that they play right before that. Don't worry about that. You don't even have to like the song. It's a cool fill. It's a one measure fill, and even if you don't like the song, you can steal it from the song and put it into whatever you want. But drum, and I'm just doubling the 30 seconds with my right hand. It just flows really nice. Love Again, Van Halen, 54-second mark. Practice, practice, practice. Rest in peace, Joe. I miss you, buddy. And we'll see you at the next lesson.